The way they're actually dragging Fletcher out of the play. Really intelligent football.
Warnock is doing well. He directed that one down. Comes back to him. Hurried kick, didn't go anywhere. Ellard, Murphy, and a man between the pair of them. They'll have a ball up. Might be Howard in there, is it? I think it is.
Give him a run at the footy, Brad. So hard. Let him run.
Great start by the Blues. They promised, and so far they've delivered. The ruckman touched the ball that time. Grigg had it taken away. Falling to the ground, swinging a bit at it was Ellard. On his knees, Grigg gets to his feet. He's gang tackled, and down he goes.
It's interesting at the moment, you've got a massive players right in the middle of the MCG, and then you've got traditionally structured forward lines at either end, just one-on-ones.
4 pairs.
Exactly right, yeah.
Again, well, that could almost be a free to Hill. Nothing doing. Lonergan smothered off the boot by Judd. Ricochets out to Simpson. Goes with the right boot. Lucks a fortune. Came to Grigg. Sweeping hand pass. Well done by Scotland. Well, almost. He left it behind. Dempsey, Stanton, Lonergan, Judd. Ran him down holding the ball.
Gee, we've seen this pattern a lot where Essendon just can't get the ball through this part of the ground. Sometimes their own errors, but certainly Carlton's defensive pressure has been exactly what was tried to be achieved by last week's comments.
So Robertson from Judd, and then Hampson goes early.
Carlton afraid to block. It's against you. Don't even look at the footy. Take his run. Sean Hampson. Mark. Free kick back here. Sean Hampson.
I just can't see that.
Walk away, Andrew. Mark's here.
Hooker didn't move, did he?
That's where Robinson tried. But Fletcher, if he doesn't go with him, they'll use him.
Yep.
That's a really good matchup at this point in time for Carlton.
Well, it's a strange call on Hooker, I reckon. Hampson kicked a couple of goals last week. It's normally reasonably accurate. This will be a body blow. The Bombers are getting too far behind. And he just faded it away. Just don't know what else Hooker was supposed to have done there.
Get a good look at it here. Oh, his eyes are on the ball. He's protecting his space. Maybe that first little quick glance to the opponent, but I wouldn't have thought that's a free kick.
That's not a free kick when you look at the opponent, is it?
No, I think you're allowed to do that. It's just the sort of used car salesman look though. Umpire didn't like it. Goes out towards the boundary. About the 4th man in the queue. Collier almost got it. It's out of bounds, so we'll have a boundary throw in.
I think the rule is that you're not allowing your opponent to have access to the mark, but I don't think that was...
Isn't that good defence?
Well, no, if you do it, you're not allowed to, but you're not allowed to just get his body and not let him go for the footy, but I don't think that happened anyway. And
Hooker, Scotland, Armfield, hurried kick, it floats inside the forward 50, and Stanton will get a free kick.
Right there, Andrew, Mitch.
Carranza coming back on him.
50
Stanton.
metres. Gets Mitch Robertson straight through the mark.
See, one of the areas of the game, the Carlton were really low in inside 50 tackles the last few weeks. They only had 2 against the whole of the game, Collingwood last week. They're solving that tonight by having shots at goal, so they don't need to tackle to rebound.
That's probably the best way to solve it.
That's it.
Goes to Hill. Draws a man, goes to Watson, runs down towards the attacking 50. Not his best kick, but it bounces obligingly for Neagle. Collier is through deep in the pocket, snaps. Not the carry, knocked across the line by Gibbs. So we've said all night there's a fair bit going on in this game. Just imagine you brought your uncle from Latvia who's never seen a game before and trying to explain this. We don't know, at least I don't know.
Dennis.
Have you got an uncle from Latvia, Dennis?
No.
Someone has.
Someone must have.
So Garlett been so good, hasn't he? 3 goals in that opening term. And then Hooker.
He's off.
See, their decision making with the ball in hand hasn't been good. Just not they need to be reprogrammed a bit. That's what Matthew Knight's talked to Tim about. Clever by Fletcher to Hurley. And now McVeigh. That's a good kick over the back. Hartlett couldn't quite. Halleck is another crack. And then the hands come out quickly, but behind Reimers and also Howlett and a boundary throw in. Just feel like the Bombers are starting to play themselves out of form, don't you?
It's turned around a little bit there. Obviously, you can see 12-5 at quarter time now. Carlton have won them all this quarter.
Hill's going to be important. If he can go the distance here, second up after a long break. Simpson, Ellard, they did well to just work Watson off it, and then Russell sort of look away. Simpson poked the right footer down the line, and then Warnock back to Hadley, and Hadley's kick, well, it was perfect in the end to Hampson.
Man coming at him, he hand passed it to Robinson, who got the overlap to Waite. Waite runs inside the 50, should kick a goal, and he does. That's his third.
Yeah, this margin is blowing out. I must admit, I thought in the first quarter it was really just Carlton's conversion was better than Essendon's, and that got them the quarter time margin. But most of the things that Carlton have tried to do, like they've attacked Essendon's structure, mainly their defensive structure, and I must say it is working very much for Carlton.
Not enough urgency from the Essendon defenders to actually go to Waite then. I would have liked to see a bit more pressure coming on a tackle.
Have a look at this. The Essendon defence actually run away from Waite here.
At Geelong, we used to call that goalkeeping. You're just guarding grass. You're coming back towards the goal. You're better off putting on that frontal pressure. I mean, I know it's in defence, but get back and put some real pressure on Waite.
Well, Waite's kicked all the goals in this quarter. He's been under the pump a bit too. Henderson, well done to Betts, and then Betts just kicks to full forward. Hooker getting back against Waite. Well, Waite looked odds on there. And then Dempsey's high ball out. That's a great mark by Simpson. Such an influential player, Simpson. Uses Judd. Then Judd looks up, puts the burners on. Not a great kick, but Garlett. Hocking and Garlett. Garlett slipped, and then Hocking runs it over the line.
Just go for the ball. You slipped over, caused that.
It doesn't look a good matchup. I don't know whether Hocking has gone on to Garlett. I didn't quite pick up who was on him early, but certainly whoever's on Garlett, he's looking very slippery.
Hampson at the back, knocks it down to Hadley. Hadley somehow gave it across to Betts. The umpire not happy with his somehow.
50 metres.
And 50. So how many free kicks have we had so far? It's 23 in total, 24 in total now.
No, it's 50 metres too. You kick the ball away. Yeah.
It's just a thief in the night.
Was that a handoff or a steal?
It's like the,
well, I'm not sure there's anything wrong with
the
that.
The quarterback to the running back.
Pinched it off his teammate.
Well, that's a moot point. Winderlich. Alongside the centre circles.
Just no movement for Winderlich.
32 points the margin. Up comes Stanton. Stanton drives it inside the forward 50. Tailor-made for the defender. Some holding on down there. Didn't matter. Bauer takes the mark on his chest. Well done.
I think Essendon have responded by pushing Stanton up in more around midfield. Their defence is really, it was so solid last week, but it's just fallen apart tonight. They might have to try and put Fletcher onto Waite or Henderson, try and change it round down there.
Davies out of the back pocket. Carranza just came onto the ground through the interchange. He figured in it, but Ellard comes away with the football.
High contact, Carlton. Hang on. Carlton, free kick where you are. Where the ball is, better. Where the ball is. Mitch Robinson, your free kick. Yeah, right here. High contact off the ball.
So Hadley's short. If he wants to use him, he does now. They're falling apart a bit there, the Bombers. That's a good tackle though by Stanton. Hurley gets down low, free kick. I reckon the biggest problem for Essendon, every time they get the ball past centre, they've got nowhere to go. They're forward line at the moment. Here's Stanton.
Late tackle.
A lot of whistles.
Late tackle downfield.
How's your uncle going, Glenn?
Well, he's totally confused.
Play on.
So Monfries. We started all this with a couple of free kicks and a goal, didn't we?
Yes.
Hardingham, and then Howlett left it, and then Hardingham and Howlett shrugged them off, and then floaty. Lonergan couldn't quite. Neagle does the roving, gets down. Hooley switches it back. Prismal. Collier, he's quick Collier, but I'm not sure if he can kick it this far. He doesn't decide to do that. He just passes it off, and Dempsey now has to kick a goal.
It's that transition, the transition from half-back line to maintain possession into their forward 50. That's what Essendon are really struggling with. They're getting a bit of the ball back of the centre square, but having a lot of trouble with that transition in.
Well, they were 2 goals, Essendon. 2 straight, they're now 3-8.
Yeah.
They've kicked 1 goal from their last 9 scoring shots.